crafty friends, it's Martha with Bird and Barn Designs. I'm coming to you today to bring you a video of my latest haul from an estate sale. You guys, this was insane. There was so much stuff, perfect for crafters and junk journalers and people who like to sew. It was amazing. This man purchased a whole sewing store from an elderly lady who passed away, and in December he had part 1 of the sale, and yesterday he had part 2. So I was straining at the bit to get back there. I made a haul the first time around. You may have seen some pictures on Facebook and Instagram, but this is the second part, and sit tight, grab some coffee or tea or whatever, because this is going to be a long one. There is so much stuff. So I will try to hurry through so it's not too long. So first we had a whole bunch of buttons I found in the bottom of one of the bags that I got, and that was kind of a nice find. These look like vintage buttons. These will be super pretty on some book covers or some button cards. There's all kinds of little treasures in there. So this one was a bag of kind of the metal buttons. And then I won't dump this one out because it will be a mess and take me a minute to clean up. But just a whole bag of mixed buttons. Just beautiful. I love it. I've been after buttons for a while. And then there were some random little bags of snippets of lace and things. So I thought this one was darling. Let's see which side. Here we go. So that one's really sweet with the double layer. That'll make really cute page edge on a journal or little edging on a pocket. So there's a big wad of that. I went yesterday morning early because he was only doing the sale for a couple hours, and it took me until about 9:30 last night to completely go through everything. I filled up the whole back of my SUV, the whole back seat of my SUV, and there was still more in there to pick through, but at some point I guess you have to say enough is enough and leave some for the others. But I have to say, everybody there was so respectful. They would pick something up and say, is anybody else looking at this, or is this yours, or would you like some of this? So it was really nice. It was a nice sale. So these little tiny appliques, how darling are those? Those are going to be so sweet. You can layer them, put them over some lace. Those are going to be really, really cute. So there was a random bag of those. And then let's see what's next here. I'll do the random bags of things first, and then we'll get into the fabric, because the fabric is going to take a minute. Let's see. There was this pretty little strip, and only one of them. Oops, some fuzzies. Oh, lots of fuzzies. But I thought this was really pretty. Little eyelet trim, little multiple layer. How sweet would that look as a wrap over a book, like a little book skirt? I think that would be adorable. So there's that little piece. Oh, I'm running out of room already. And then we've got just bags and bags of flowers. And I won't take them all out because there again it will take forever, but there's some darker ones. Last time I got a lot of the pinks and the blues and the creams, and this time there was a lot of the darker ones, burgundies. And this pretty one there. Oops, my ring turned around. That pretty one. And then there's these little rainbow ones. Those would be sweet on a little girl's journal, like a little golden book or a little My Little Pony journal or something of that nature. So just tons of flowers. And then some little random bouquets and all of the different color ribbons, the little tiny bows. These are sweet. Blues and lavenders. So lots of those. And then this next one I'm going to show you was interesting, and there are a ton of them. I hadn't seen any little appliques like this before, so let's see. Oh, no, this is more of the other ones. That must be in another bag. More flowers and little tiny ones. That's just a random bag of open things. Purple and white and dusty pink and more blue ones. The silver ones will be really sweet on a Christmas journal. And then just another bag of, of random mixed colors. They're just spilling everywhere. But tiny little ones, and then the larger ones, and the deep colors, and the rose reds. Those will be really nice. I just could not believe my good fortune at finding this sale. We live out in the country, and though there are a lot of sales, they're in towns scattered very rurally, so oftentimes they'll be an hour or an hour and a half away. So this one happened to be somewhat close, so I felt blessed to have found that. Oh, here's the bag that I was just speaking of, these little nautical ones. Those would be real cute in a boating journal or something to do with water. Or maybe like a men's journal with ships. That would be interesting. And then let's see what's next. We've got some sweet little trim. There are lots of trims and laces and so much fabric. First time around had mostly trims and laces and the little flowers and bows and some appliques. But this one had a lot of fabric, so that was nice. So that will be sweet on pockets and pages. I like that one. And then we've got some fringy gold trim. This one's kind of fun. I like that one. Kind of two colors gold, a little brassier look and a little darker gold on that roll. And then let's put these back in the bag so I can have some room. And we will take a look at the appliques next. There's a giant bag of them. So let's see, let's start with these. So there's multiple cards of those. I love that with a little darker kind of a look to it. That'll look pretty on a vintage journal. So there's a stack of those. And then a stack of these. Let's see, I'll take this one out so you can see. I can find the opening. So there's a right side and a left side. With the little sequins and the pearls. That's really pretty. I like these kind because you can maybe cut it here and use part one place and the other piece is another place. So that's kind of nice. It makes it versatile. And then let's see, that was that one. And let's see, there was another style in here. Let's see. And that was the same one. This bag must all be the same. So there's a ton of these available. And then there are some pretty little lace collars. Those would look pretty on the cover of a book. Can wrap it around from front to back even, or inside cover to make a little tuck pocket. That would be cute. So that was this giant bag right here. So as you can imagine, there is way too much for one person. So these will be appearing in Happy Mails all across the country, I'm sure, and I will be putting together some packs of everything once I get it all sorted, and those will be available soon. So when I saw this one, I thought this was a big bag of that little lace flower trim I just showed you, but I was super surprised when I opened it. It is a giant bag of little tiny flowers. These are going to be adorable as little embellishments on journal pages and tuck pockets. And I had a thought. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Put it on this, maybe you can see better. You can take your rhinestones or your pearls. Oops, they're spilling everywhere. Where is my picker? Let's see here. Oops, well, that's not going to work. My little picker's lid is stuck on there. Well, maybe we can just do it this way. If all else fails, get the tweezers. Oops. And put some sweet little centers in them. Well, that wasn't working out like I thought it would. There's a little raised part in that center, so once you plop your glue on there, well, you get the idea. Poke that one a little closer. Let's see if I can raise it for you. Well, it slid again, but you get the idea. How cute would that be? A little cute embellished center. So those will be sweet, and there is about a bazillion of them there in that bag. So lots and lots to share. It's a little pocket card I was working on. So there's that. Oh, better close that up. I have a very nosy dog that would stick his nose in there, and that would be that. Okay, what next? How about some more of the trims? So here's a pretty lace edge trim, or a flower trim that would look cute for edging. So that was pretty, I liked that. And then this one was also very pretty. That would make a sweet pocket as well in a book. Or if you're a sewer, some gorgeous edging to a pillow or a project of some sort. And then there was this one. So that's very pretty with the little netting. That has a little vintagey feel to me, I think. A little bit of fun there. And then there is this one. That's different. That's pretty too. That would make a nice page edge. We always say the page edges, but everything looks cute on the page edge. And then here is some cute little pink and white. That's really sweet. And some more of the large rolls. Got some ivory. This one is a little stretchy. It's got some elasticity to it. So I am working on a couple projects right now. Stuffed pocket tag for a swap. So now I've got all kinds of new things to stuff the tag with. And then I'm working on a Shabby Chic journal. So that will be fun too. This is a giant wadded up mess. That's going to take forever to untangle, but if you like the darker colors, there's a pretty little black edge. And then there's a little bit wider one in the black. I went ahead and picked these up. It's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but I'm going to challenge myself to make some different sort of journals this year. And I thought that might be interesting on some. And I know a few of you that liked the black lace, Miss Deb. So there's plenty there to share. And then here is a pretty little trim. Won't unroll all of that, you can get the idea. And this one, I like the color on this one. It's the pretty floral. This one's a little stiff, so it has some body to it. You could make a nice belly band with that on a journal page. And then we've got some of this trim. The little pink butterflies, that was sweet. I like that. I would have loved to see this lady's shop. She had so many things. She had tons and tons of doll clothes and porcelain dolls and things as well, so she must have done something with the doll community. There was one beautiful, very large porcelain doll that people were scrambling over yesterday at the sale. She was gorgeous, but you would really need the perfect spot to put her because she is huge. And some little fabric trim with the little dots. That's cute. And let's see. That is it for the trims. Put all of those in there, and we will start on the fabric. And I don't know where to start. There is a lot. Let's start with the darker ones. I got a couple dark ones, again, outside of my wheelhouse, but I was thinking for a pretty winter journal, fall journal. Look at how gorgeous this is. A pretty gold color in the pattern. And ooh, with this gold fringy trim, how about that? Or maybe a pretty jeweled embellishment. Some of the little darker tones. That'd be sweet on a page top or a side to do a little pocket. So I tend to go the pinks and the creams and the dusty blues and all of those kind of colors. But I love color in general, so I thought this might be fun. It's a nice big bolt. So there is that one. And then well, I'll just go through the pile the way I have it here, so there's no rhyme or reason. This is a little see-through, kind of a dusty blue sheer. So that one is pretty. Ouch, I just stuck myself. I was looking at these bags of goodies on the couch last night. And this morning I got up and sat down to have my coffee and watch a bit of the news while I planned out my day. And I almost sat on a straight pin. I must have lost one. So I'm glad I saw it before I sat down. Here's some pretty pink, like a satiny kind of a fabric. The roses. There's a nice big lot of that. Most of them were in pretty big lots. There's only a few that had just little random pieces. Let's see. Look at this one. I saw this one and thought, oh please, I need that in my life. So it's got kind of a sheen to it. Beautiful lacy pattern. And again, a nice big bolt. And then another one. That was sweet. Kind of a netting. Where's my end here? A pretty netting with some little floral detail. So, what are y'all working on? Leave me a comment and tell me what your current work in progress is. I love getting in the groups and seeing what everyone's working on and getting ideas. Here's a pretty pink shimmer. Again, this one is sheer, but I just used a piece similar to this over a beautiful digital. I was making on my stuffed heart pocket, and it looked beautiful over the digital because you could still see underneath, but it gave a little sheen to it. So that was lovely. And then along with that sheer one is just some tulle and kind of that dusty rose. And then this, I just kept a little piece of this out because it was on a great big bolt. So there is a lot of this available. But that's a beautiful kind of a dusty pink as well. And this one has some nice weight to it too. That would be perfect on a book cover. So there is that. And then this, sadly, was the only bit of this one that they had. It was just a little piece on the bolt. And I loved that one. That one is so pretty. But we will cut it up and share. So there's that. And then here's another one of the darker ones. And this was just one piece. And I found this in the bottom of one of the bags, so I hadn't seen it when I was looking. But isn't that beautiful? There again with some pretty gold embellishments. Oh, I know what this would be gorgeous with. If you follow Sheila at Boho Daydreams, she has to die for trim packages of rhinestones and embellished pieces. And she just put some kits out. You might want to check her out. But that kind of fabric would be perfect for her kits. I will, I'll try to put her information down in the comments so you can look her up if you don't already know her. And then here's a pretty one. And this is just a piece off of a great big bolt. So there is a lot of this available as well. And this has kind of a nubby little texture to it. I like the little striations here in the fabric. Gives it some visual interest. And that again would be beautiful with some layering. Maybe some pretty doily action on there, or pull out my little vintage lace again. How beautiful is that? Do a little lace collage on the top of a book cover. So that is pretty. I received that doily in a Happy Mail this week. I was so thrilled. You can never have too many doilies to play with. There's a little resale shop in our town that often has little vintage doilies. So I picked up a few here and there. Let me get into some of the colored fabrics. This one's beautiful. I love this color. And this one has a sheen to it too. It's almost like a chintz kind of fabric. So there's a good amount of that. I have that piece and this piece. So I'm thinking when I go to put the packages together, of the ones that have limited availability, I'll cut some fat quarters so you still have a nice amount to work with. And this is a silver little metallic dot on there. And I thought that would be pretty for a winter journal with some of those sparkly silver flowers we just saw a minute ago. And here's another one. This again is the darker, but I love the colors in that. It's really soft. It's a cotton, but it feels very soft. That would make a cute, maybe a boho journal, or for a little girl, and pink it up and put lots of hearts and things on it. That would be cute. And then got a piece of this one. I love that one. Let's see, it's kind of wrinkly because it was on a bolt, but the bolt was bending, so I took it off. But I love, love, love the colors in that. So beautiful. There's a lot of options with all the colors in the little medallions that you can use for trims and embellishments. So that was beautiful. And then for my purple lovers, I thought this was so sweet. Little lattice pattern with the little flowers in the middle. That's really beautiful. So it's 2014, so that's been around a minute. And then some teals. That's beautiful. It's never ending, guys. I'm about 3/4 of the way through, maybe. There's just so much prettiness going on here. Oops, I just messed up my fold. And then another one, very pretty, for my blue people. I never really was into blue too much. I didn't not like it, I just didn't consider it much. And all of a sudden I got a blue SUV, and it was sparkly blue, and I called her the Blueberry. And I got interested in blue all of a sudden, so branched out a little bit. It's never too old to branch out, right? So this is a little, it must be polyester, because it's got this stretch in it, and the pile is not very high, but it's got a beautiful sheen to it. Maybe more velour than velvet, but I am going to try to dye this. My son-in-law and daughter, I think I've mentioned before, have a fiber mill, and they do their own dyeing with natural dyes of their yarn skeins. So we're going to take that over to the dye vat and play at some point. There'll be plenty to play with and plenty to keep in that pretty ivory, and plenty to share. So this again for a fall journal would be gorgeous. This has a beautiful sheen to it, and it's got a nice weight. It's kind of got a slick feel to it. There's a pretty good piece of that. Oh, guys, my stack of fabrics is now as tall as my desk. And this was a cute little ditzy floral, little shabby chic look there. I love that one. This is my wheelhouse right here. So I'm trying to branch out, but I just love these. And this was another pretty, kind of a shabby look, and oh look, I've got these little things everywhere. In the dusty blue and the cream tones. That was beautiful. There's a good chunk of that. Then we get back into the darker colors with the pretty gold. I could see maybe a Victorian themed journal with that. And then this one was fun. Look at the sparkle. And there again, it's got the striations of the fabric in there and some little shimmery threads woven in and out in different colors. So that one's beautiful too. Maybe a Christmas book, that would be gorgeous. And then this might be my favorite. And what a crafter I am. I got almost excited at the brown craft paper that it was wrapped in as I did the fabric. So I have another handful of pieces of that. This came in a 44-inch length, and also there was a batch of it wrapped in that brown paper cut into 10 by 11 strips. So she must have been making something with that. So there's plenty of this, but look at this. Oh my gosh, this is just dreamy. Look at the butterflies and the sheen to this, and it's so, so soft. It's just beautiful. So there is a whole bunch of pieces of that, and then a whole stack of the squares. So lots of that to share. I like how it's cut already too, because that makes it nice. And then we'll go into, oops, I'm losing one. This pretty pink. So that is the right side. So with the pretty embroidery floral pattern on that, that's pretty too. Love it. And then we've got some sparkle, some black netting with some little gold polka dot sparkle, and that would be gorgeous over a page and a book, and do some embellishing. I love the ones that have some sheerness to it, because you can overlay and still see your pretty paper design underneath. So that's fun. And then there is a sparkly blue one. So if you can see that, that's got a lot of sparkle to it in the lines and the pattern. That's got a nice weight to it too. And it's, I know it's not supposed to be reversible, but the back side is almost pretty too. You could probably do something with that, mix it up a little bit. And then some gorgeous silver. Let's see here, let's get it the right way. Look at that, look at that sparkle. How gorgeous. I love that one. I see a beautiful Christmas or winter journal with that one for sure. Or you know what else that would be gorgeous for? Oh, I just thought of this. Like a silver anniversary book for your loved ones. what a special book that would be, and fill it with all pictures from their silver anniversary and throughout their life. How gorgeous would that be? I love that. And here's some more. Let's see, there was a, I thought there was a smaller piece in here to show you, but I guess not. But this one, another with a pretty sheen to it and beautiful colors. Let's see here. Can't get you all the colors in one shot. Some of the dusty pinks, beautiful lavenders. That would be a beautiful cover for a botanical journal. So there is that one, and there's lots of that available. And we're getting down to the wire. Got two more after this, so we're almost there, guys. It was a lot, I know. Where's my end? Because this one was really pretty. Nice big wide pieces. Oh, somebody wrote on that. How rude. Look at that. Look at the detail in the fabric there. How pretty. That's nice and heavy too. This must have been upholstery fabric. So that big piece, I will wad that up and put it over here so you don't have to wait for me to do that. And then another one with a pretty sheen to it. This is tone on tone stripe. I love that look. Some dirty edge on that, but we'll cut that off. But that one's beautiful too. And the last one. Oh, no, I fibbed. There's one more. One more after this, so we're almost there. So this had a pretty, I can open it. Oh, I dumped my rhinestone box. That would have been tragic. This had, where is my end? Here it is. This one has like a silk voile look to it. It's very beautiful with the little dots. It's got different patterns. That one is beautiful. There's a ton of that too. Oh, put that big giant wad over there. And then this is the last one. So I got lots of neutrals in this haul, but you can never go wrong with the neutrals. One, they can be dyed, and two, they make such a beautiful base for layering other colors on. Oh, there went my stack. It timbered over. So there is this one. Let's see. Yes, this is the right one. So I got pretty, like a little petal pattern in that. It's got some sheen to it too, and it's a nice weight. So guys, that is my haul for this week. I absolutely had so much fun at the estate sale, and I could not be more blessed to have found all of this. So I'm excited to be sharing it with you all. Stay tuned to the channel, and I hope you hit the like button for me and help me grow this little channel. It's a baby channel, brand new. So we'll be bringing you haul videos and hopefully craft with me videos here shortly. And I'm going to be working on my Shabby Chic journal. So I've got the cover done on that, and I've got the signatures put together. So now I just have to sew them in and start embellishing. So I think we'll start doing some craft with me's with that journal. So I hope you liked what you saw. Stay tuned for information on the packs that will be available soon. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for joining me. And leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the haul. Thanks so much, guys. Have a blessed week.